Nigerian workers celebrate May 1st, call for review of minimum wage. Nigerian Air Force receives helicopter gunships for internal security operations. Federal government bans importation of codeine, and in sports, former Man City boss to become Italy coach. These and more stories in a moment. I am Nten Ekman with the AM News on television Nigerian. As workers in Nigeria observe the annual Workers' Day, our correspondent Imabong Edukere, who was there, tells us more. Her report.
As Nigerians celebrate Workers' Day, the federal government has pledged commitment to enhance workers' welfare and prosperity for all citizens. A statement by the Minister of Labour, Chris Ngige, called on workers to use the occasion to ponder on the positive outcome of the struggle for better working conditions and decent work environment. He says that the federal government places premium on the welfare of workers and all citizenry and has done so in a very transparent manner. Workers, however, insist that the government must review the minimum national wage to address current economic challenges in the country.
Because it's unfortunate that even our take-home cannot take us home. That is why we are now saying, okay, why can't you have a review? And the review is not out of place. That is why we now sat down, we have all the data concerned, we have all the analysis that let us have a 66,200.
On the fight against corruption, the workers say government is on the right track to reposition the public sector.
The corruption is minimal. You understand it? The other thing that the high expectation of the masses that the corruption will just be erased. It is step by step.
They also criticized recent remarks credited to President Muhammadu Buhari, where he described youths in the country as lazy.
Well, we have reservation for the future of the Nigerian worker, more so if national leaders term the youths as lazy. But of course, you can see for yourself. There's nobody that looks like a lazy man. We are hardworking people, we have responsibilities, we have families, and we are up to our responsibilities.
The workers expressed hope in the future of the country, insisting that Nigerians must remain steadfast in their hope on the country. From Abuja, Imabong Edukere, TVN News.
The Federal Ministry of Health has directed the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, to ban further issuance of permits for the importation of codeine as active pharmaceutical ingredient for calf preparations. Minister of Health Professor Isaac Adewole made this known in Abuja. He said that the directive became necessary due to the gross abuse codeine usage has been subjected to in the country. The minister further said codeine containing cough syrups should be replaced with dextromethorphan, which is less addictive. He also directed the Pharmaceutical Council of Nigeria and NAFDAC to supervise a recall for labeling and audit trailing of all codeine containing cough syrups in the country, while he has also banned sales of codeine containing cough syrup without prescription across the country. The Pharmacists Council of Nigeria has been directed to continue enforcement activities on pharmacies, patent and proprietary medicine vendors, shops and outlets throughout the country. The Nigerian Air Force has received 2 Mi-35M helicopter gunships capable of night fighting to help tackle security challenges in the country. Chief of Air Staff Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, while receiving the helicopter gunships in Makurdi, Benue State, said the second batch ordered by the federal government from Russia had been received. The Chief of Aircraft Engineering at Nigerian Air Force Headquarters, Air Vice Marshal Abdul Ganiyu Olabisi, received the new aircraft on behalf of the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar. While taking custody of the fighter helicopters, Olabisi said that the newly acquired aircraft would, in a few days' time, be assembled and taken to Kaduna, where they will be officially inducted as part of the 54th NAF Day celebrations and thereafter be deployed in conflict zones. We'll now take a short break and we'll be right back for more news this morning. Stay with us. Welcome to Living Treasures Academy. Enjoy a conducive and serene learning environment. Qualified and experienced teachers. equipped computer laboratory and library, secured atmosphere, extracurricular activities, an all-embracing curriculum for total development of the child, comprehensive education for leadership. Join us today from crèche to secondary levels. Living Treasures Academy, committed to excellence. Welcome back. An additional 6,000 policemen will be recruited to join the force in order to help address the nation's security challenges, including the farmers-herdsmen clashes across the country. President Muhammadu Buhari made this known in Washington, D.C. Buhari, who is in the United States on the invitation of the American President Donald Trump, revealed that additional security measures are being put in place to check cases of insecurity in Nigeria. He also expressed reservations on the call for the establishment of state police as being advocated by state governors. Moving to sports now, former Manchester City boss Roberto Mancini is in talks to become the new Italy manager. The 53-year-old former Italy forward is currently at Russian side Zenit St. Petersburg. He will succeed Gianpiero Ventura, who was sacked in November after Italy failed to reach the World Cup, with under-21 boss Luigi Di Biagio put in temporary charge. Mancini led City to their first Premier League title in 2012. In a 17-year managerial career, he has also had spells at Fiorentina, Galatasaray, and Inter Milan. On the foreign scene, Iran has called Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu a liar after he accused the country of deceiving the world about its nuclear intention. Netanyahu produced what he said were copies of Iranian files detailing a project to build nuclear weapons, which was reportedly mothballed 15 years ago. Iran said it had never sought to build a bomb when it signed an international deal to curb nuclear activity in 2015. U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened to pull out of the deal. American allies like the UK and France have called for the agreement to be maintained, arguing that Iran has abided by it, steadily reducing its capacity to produce weapons-grade uranium. Hostility between Israel and Iran, already bitter enemies, has grown as Iran builds up its military in Syria. And that's been the AM News on Television Nigerian. Before we go to headlines again, Nigerian workers celebrate May 1st, call for review of minimum wage. Nigerian Air Force received helicopter gunships for internal security operations. Federal government bans importation of codeine. And in sports, former Man City boss to become Italy coach. Remember, if you are not willing to risk the unusual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. I am Nten Epang. Good morning and thanks for watching.